Oh, we can play it in 720. In
Oh,
like less
no,
than 7.
God, please, no.
Love the music in this game.
It's so fucking good.
I understand why everybody uses it now. Hello there, my lovely Legionnaires. Welcome back to my Friends Make Me Play. I'm here with Brooke, and it's time.
Buckle up, buckle your pants. This is the original finale of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Ah! What's the big deal?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth's looking glum as always. Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard.
Oh! What are you doing? Sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal! What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Wanted, Mr. Edgeworth.
Good morning.
How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear, as promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Gumshoe. Must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. It's all clicked.
What?
I think I get it now.
Uh.
I think I get why, I don't think he wants it at all. I think Von Karma's fucking with him. I think he super doesn't actually remember, and Von Karma's like, no, you want revenge, and he's like, I do? I think that's gonna be the bit. I'm onto you, fucking video game. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready.
Oh, right, very well. Reached the final day of proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood.
Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
Right. Hold on. Ugh.
Please cough with your fucking mouth closed, you weirdo.
Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
I think, did you voice him, or was that me? No, I was pulling a McGucket. I think I was.
Yeah, you were him, I'm
him.
the parrot.
Yeah. I believe you remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop where he witnessed the incident. This is gonna be a tough episode for me. I'm gonna have to get so much water. I might have to take a break partway through.
Good, Jordan.
In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity.
I can do his voice if you want.
He'll just take some of the burden off of me. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because my throat's already like, oh, you haven't done this in a while? Fuck you.
Yeah, Von Karma's voice is gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
I'll take him. I'll take Yogi. Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Ah! I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I just went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. My testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it.
Do you already see what's up?
Wasn't running away or nothing. Yeah, this is wrong. Everything was cold. He had not been home. This is, I think, a lie. Food? Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. Only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. Only have them in the big pet shop downtown. You weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Ah, well, I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. He was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses! Figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. Need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. I mean, we know, but...
But, like, Phoenix is like, I have to prove that he is who he says he is.
Is it here or here? I think it's this one.
It's both.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. How could you know that you don't have anything to do with this incident? Or, maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is, and if you claim he is lying, then show the court proof.
Ah, how am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? It's impossible.
I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue.
Oh, do I have to present something?
No, it's not a present. It's... Sometimes you have to press multiple statements in a testimony.
Okay. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond 7 years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. Witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order, order! Mr. Wright, this is a serious problematic claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, though who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. It's Gregory Edgeworth.
Can you imagine that plot twist?
Your father was never dead. He's right here. He just has dementia. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi. That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was a famous case. What does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness, Yanni Yogi, fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you gonna prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see that makes sense. Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. Burned my fingers working with the stuff, yup. What? Yogi, you snake! You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past! Witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
Not even, like, blood records?
No!
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No! No, I know what happened! I know everything! I just can't prove it! No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify to who this witness is. No one.
Oh my god, is it time?
Nick, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might not have fingerprints. What do I do?
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parents for a little comic relief,
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a fucking second. Cross-examine the parrot.
What is it, Nick?
Oh my god, it's happening.
No, you're not going to.
Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Mr. Von Karma up?
On my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I want to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot! I'm so glad this is just as stupid as I thought it would be.
It's so... You had no context. This is so fucking important.
This is so fucking funny. There's something that's so... I'm so glad this is treated as fucking dumb as it is. It's like, no, Your Honor, wait a minute! What do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course you should go, should you go through with this. And nothing comes of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm aware, Maya.
Well, you still want to go through with your little game?
I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. Couldn't even get through this sentence. Jesus Christ.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
You and me both. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. This is so fucking silly. Got her a fucking bird stand and everything. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! Witness is ignoring me. Must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Testify for us. Hello! Hello! Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right.
What are you going to do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya?
Well...
So goofy. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
Have we forgotten something?
Let's start with that.
As I recall, 2 days ago.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Right? Don't forget DL6, right? And get Polly to say that here. That'll prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello, right?
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. It's something we forgot.
Hello, right?
Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything?
Not in the fucking 15 minutes. Well, we gotta do the other. Let's do it again.
This is nuts. I can't believe this. Can't you say hello and expect us to get anywhere? I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. What do I say?
What? Let's
What's
just
her
go
name?
down the list.
Yeah, what's her name? Maybe we should get her to say her name.
Polly, what's your name?
Polly! Mr. Wright, I think we've established that the parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? No!
Well, yeah.
Yes, it does.
Huh, fascinating. You claim the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity, then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking a bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... oh god.
Don't forget you can check evidence.
Clues found on scene. Yeah, is it this?
After his arrest.
Oh! The fucking Jesus! The DL6 case file?
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page of this proof is it on then? There's only 3 pages. Show us or stop wasting our time.
Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to the parent's name? Suspect data.
Yep.
It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who'd committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see, I guess that is possible.
Bah, mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my, granddaughter's fiancé? She is only 7 years old.
You cannot call me a pedophile in front of the court! This sucks! Fuck you! Loaded is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right. But what? Interrogate her fucking silence. If you refuse to answer my questions, I'll hold you in contempt. Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh? The safe? Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Polly, what's the number on the safe in the shack?
1228, 1228. Oh, a reckless parrot, Mr. Wright. You aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha, ridiculous. How can a number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this caretaker's to her identity?
Is it the DL6 incident again?
Yeah.
Ah! I never noticed that! That's really clever.
The deal since the case files, what is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to the safe number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. Case summary. Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. Number on that safe is 1228. Use the date of the DL6 incident as the number for the safe, Your Honor. That's how important the date was to him. I see, it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Bah, but it is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card number to 0001 because I am number 1.
I'm writing that the fuck down. Listen, I need more manga, and I will do nothing if... But I need to keep Maya in cheeseburgers, and now I can just steal your credit card information.
This has nothing to do with the date, nothing.
That's enough! I think we've reached a conclusion here.
It's a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that's a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop immediately. I can't fucking believe this. Witness! Tell us your name.
Wait. This witness he doesn't remember. No.
No, it's okay. Huh! I have accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different.
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years! Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yada Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yada Yogi! Well, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. There, I'll do that. I'll do an Alan Rickman impression. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent really, but he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. And this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who'd ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma? Where is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is?
Innocent, in this case at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are clear of suspicion for this particular case, so I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Fuck yeah. Yay! Good buddy! We did it! Woo! There's totally nothing else. Don't worry about it. Shut up. That is all. Court's adjourned. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. That means... No! Edgeworth!
Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Johnny Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth's trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell him he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad.
What do I do? I feel like I have to raise an objection.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking... The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Fuck!
So what Von Karma was making on for 15 years. I've had a reoccurring dream, a nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yana Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations, which ends today. The culprit is me.
Edgeworth, I swear to fucking God! Order, order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. Crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah! It's obvious. We should hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I
mean, he was like
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take.
He was
Go to
so
jail.
young. I don't think, like, he was like 8 or 9. There's no way in hell that...
You are in 3rd grade. Go to jail for 1,000 years. Yeah, like, you don't...
I'm
That's
sorry, right?
That's manslaughter at best. Like...
But as a child, I don't think they would put a child in prison. I've just wasted all your efforts.
Yeah, you did! I'm so glad that you understand what the situation we're in! Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder no matter what the circumstances. You were
It's not murder! It has to be like fucking... It was an accident! This is crazy. Just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case for what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove Edgeworth's innocent. What are you talking about,
Love you,
pal?
Phoenix.
He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. Sorry, Edgeworth. I don't believe your nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in the court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight's beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right.
I've got your ass. Don't even. I fucking got your ass. I'm going to protect you even from your fucking self, you dumb motherfucker!
You dumb bitch.
Now that I would like to resume the trial.
Judge. Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Though pointless, I'll let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it is unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor, not yet. One Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? You were 9! This is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'll be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please, please.
Hello, Gigi.
That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That is all.
Until now, you thought this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in the elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out. I lost my memory of the events. Same claim as Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor.
Do you see what's suspicious about his testimony?
Well, I mean, I do, but it's because I know shit about guns. You can't, throwing it isn't gonna set it off. If it doesn't hit the trigger, it doesn't go off.
Well, let's just for sake of argument that it did go off.
Traveling in the elevator, true. Father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure, began to argue, yeah. Something heavy fell at my feet.
Which we know is the gun.
Yeah. Picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi, wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. The timing of that doesn't make sense. At least it doesn't in my head.
Then what is the, what's up?
If he threw it and it hit the ground, it'd go off immediately. There wouldn't be a pause.
Then, what do you think will help you with that?
The bullet, yeah?
No, just look through your evidence.
We don't need Robert Hammonds, we don't need this. We don't need the Gourd Lake map. No clues found at the scene. Charge an elevator, H9, one bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice.
Well, Edgeworth only heard one gunshot.
One shot. Yeah, you're right, you're right! You're right! Sure you only heard one gunshot?
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us which page it's on. Which page contradicts the, Miles?
Victim data.
Yep.
Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. Murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Your Honor, I am sure you're aware this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What? I see, I see. Do you have a point, Mr. Wright? The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Yeah. I presume I do. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible.
Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this?
Look through your shit carefully. That's from the...
Yeah, that's from...
Let's...
Still bears clear ballistic marks.
So that's the one that they found. But there was a second shot.
Oh, the window!
Yeah!
God, the details in this game rule.
Yeah.
Look at this photograph! Are we gonna do it every time? Yes. Yes, we are. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
That was the judge.
Sorry. Proof of the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. Let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired where? Your Honor, please get a clue! It's right here! As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. See a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Simple, Your Honor. Time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by somebody else. Mr. Wright, who else could that someone be? The murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the jail since incident file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
Case summary? That's on page 1.
Look at what is written there. Not a single clue was found at the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Yeah, something other than a bullet made the bullet hole in the door. Sure. Order, I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. The murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It's highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. All we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Ah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
Sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. Just when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick.
Seems that we finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. The shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I'd like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict, if you've been paying attention to the trial so far.
Yes, Your Honor.
No, I've been playing Flappy Bird. Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
You killed your father though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. Statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Anyone have any objections?
I've
been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. I have an objection. Your Honor? I object. You weren't there.
My client's standing on business.
Your Honor, I object. My client was simply standing on business.
Your Honor, with all due respect, you weren't fucking there. So, Wright, on what grounds do you object,
I object on the grounds this is bullshit.
Nick?
I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no.
Ah! It must exist.
It must exist. The second bullet.
What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist. But where?
Someone took it.
Seems waiting is not going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed. What? We've just had proof that it did not exist. I realized that, Your Honor, but that was fucking stupid. I'm really grasping here. It's just because someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer.
I'm still thinking about that one. Criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? The bullet? Murder?
No.
Oh, of course there was a need. That's why they took it.
Bah, what possible reason could they have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away, it'd be...
I think you're stuck getting a penalty.
I mean, it'd be proof, wouldn't it?
I mean, you picked the wrong answer, so you're stuck getting a penalty, unfortunately.
You thought the bullet would be used as proof? Proof. It's a special bullet. They took it with them.
If that was the case, then they should have been taking the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Eh.
Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired?
Right. Really thought this through. I'm gonna have to penalize you. No! My perfect record! Ah! This isn't going so well.
The burner they didn't need to search for the bullet. But why would that be the case?
Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Bah, the murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Ugh.
Had to take it.
Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean?
You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
So I was right!
Well, the thing is, like, there was, like, I still think you're thinking of it wrong.
Fuck you, video game. Yes, Your Honor.
Wait for it to click. I don't think it's clicked in for you yet.
I have no idea what I'm doing. The murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but, the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance, what? The bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hits you, you'd have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could go perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. At the time of the murderer themselves was shot. They left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yeah, I guess that's how it would work, yeah! There's a problem with that. And the two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yami Yogi, were both unharmed. That would mean murderer came from outside, yes. Oh! Yeah. No, I'm fucking stupid.
Is it clicking for you now? Because you have to remember that the bullet hole went through the glass.
Yeah, went through the window. Oh, he was standing on the other side of the fucking elevator! Shopman boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. Pistol discharges on the bullet. Bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. Oh, yeah! Boy loses consciousness. Murderer opens the elevator door, sees the men inside. Shoots Gregory. Oh! So right, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've never known. I can tell you're grasping, but I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it, deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick.
Huh.
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
Remember what Mr. Ghostbook said yesterday? Remember Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for him. It's the first and the last vacation he's ever taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take a vacation because of shock?
Took it because he was injured!
Which would mean...
It could only mean one thing.
He was the murderer in the DL6 incident.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma!
Oh, man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it?
We gotta.
Yeah.
We're at the end of our rope.
I was about to say, what better time, Your Honor? There is a suspect. One lone suspect. This is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma!
Von Karma?
Oh, I love...
We're gonna get your bitch ass!
Gonna get your bitch ass! You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there?
Bah.
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. You pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery. No? Where would I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright?
Oh my god.
Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
I think I know exactly what's just about to happen.
Let's find who this doctor is. It's no use.
Edgeworth?
I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave the doctor as a witness.
Nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself?
No, he didn't.
That's insane.
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. It's not like you see in movies. Wait a minute. What does that mean? The bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
If you didn't get surgery, where is it?
Oh my god, am I about to do what I think I'm about to do?
Can you produce evidence to prove I was shot?
Show evidence. I know exactly what I have to do. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much.
What?
Evidence that proves Von Karma was shot.
What's the surefire way to check?
There's no way. Von Karma's perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I asked, where's that bullet now? It's unlikely Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? I do. There's the possibility the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
He's lucky that hasn't, like, fucked him up.
Yeah.
That could really fuck you up.
Is that even possible for all these years? There's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find.
I refuse.
I never noticed that!
Constantly grabbing
His shoulder! Oh! You refuse? Refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order! Your Honor, defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial and this is immediate invasion of privacy.
They can't know about my nipple piercings. Statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough! Limit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we've got to give it a shot.
I have a pacemaker. It's in my arm.
I have a pacemaker. It's in my arm. It's my fucking IUD.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bullet.
Mr. Von Karma?
You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
Conveniently. What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
It was shot on the floor. You get shot a lot? Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything.
Yeah, you do! You made the claim! The burden of proof's on you, dickhead!
I mean, we made the original burden of proof. It was Mr. Wright who has to prove something here, not I.
Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any DL6 evidence. DL6 evidence. DL6.
Because you took it out of the records room yesterday. No, I do! I had the other bullet!
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No! I'm the one who's sorry, Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof!
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof!
Ladies and gentlemen, the bullet. It still bears the ballistic markings.
That's a bullet?
Where did you get that?
I know, Gigi! The suspense! The suspense! This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact.
The ballistic markings.
You may recall the term. Came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings and fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets from a unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. Quite accurate. I don't know if the ballistic markings would be the same when they were in his body that long for fucking 15 years. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. Could analyze both bullets, and if the markings match, we'd know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth! Mr. Von Karma, you'll let us remove that bullet from your shoulder. We'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Love a good Ace Attorney breakdown.
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
I know, Gigi. I can't breathe.
Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air.
Get away! Get away from my father!
I know!
It's the scream I've heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
It was... I know that scream you scrummed.
Edgeworth! Edgeworth, only you would dare defy me! So it was you. You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record, and you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death!
I know, Gigi. You have great comedic timing this episode, Gigi.
Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. Never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
That was careless.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth! Shut like none I'd ever known. Me, I'm penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness.
In the darkness?
I was in the court record room. Must have been wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black, the lights must have gone out. I went out in the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on, the elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from the oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, the pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny.
Oh my god.
His last moments, Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium blaming used to Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime.
Oh.
Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge!
What?
What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we've come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor?
You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty! Yeah! Your Honor, bailiff, whack his pee-pee. So, court's adjourned. I sentence you to 15 years in the device.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself, but it's now just a good memory.
So, it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right?
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I say... Thank you, Wright.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there. Whoa! Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would! I'll never forget this, I owe you one, pal! If the Nightlet's body, then it's on me! Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little bit at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all!
Letta!
Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
It's true. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. Gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh?
It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world.
You don't look sick.
It's Fiancé. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind.
Should have seen that one coming.
Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you come along tonight, through my treat, pal.
Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the question, right? When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right?
Yeah? What's up?
That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it.
Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Huh? What a weird amount. It's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
$38?! No! No! Larry, it was you!
What are you so surprised about, Wright?
Huh?
Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money laying there, and the rest is history. I was never good at history.
Edgeworth? You didn't know, did you?
I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like you did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well!
Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I know!
Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh?
Edgeworth?
Hmm?
You should have told me!
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it.
Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did!
Well, you had always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too.
Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if I'd only known, I would have become a prosecutor!
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal, and became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Want to switch, right?
Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo.
Hey, photo time, let's go!
After that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention.
Yeah, I guess everything's gotta be processed.
Whoa, I had a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Only 5 o'clock, I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye? What time is it? Ah! First trains for the mountains have already left. To the station!
But she wasn't useless. She was really important, actually.
Yeah! Guess I'm too late.
Hey! Nick?
Maya! So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits, and I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hell yeah! Wait!
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Roseberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya!
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Fucking decisive evidence. The bullet! She got it from him!
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he'd taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're helpless.
I don't know about that.
So, this is it. See you soon.
See you soon, Maya. Aww. She's gonna do it.
Thanks, Nick.
Aww. I believe in you, Maya. So my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters.
Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, got a bad feeling about this. Yay!
Yeah, so this was the original finale.
Love you, Shutakumi. Hell yeah. Wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise.
Whoop! Detective Gumshoe!
Let me get that loan right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Oh yeah! We fucking did it, gang!
The original ending of Ace Attorney. Huh, Nick? Yeah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, and she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah.
Larry. Larry, please. Larry, please, I'm begging you, find women who treat you better.
I don't think he ever does. Oh, right. Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows.
Shut up, Payne.
I'm sure he's grateful.
This game is so good.
Yeah.
It's such a good time. It's fucking rules.
Phoenix Wright. Ah, defense attorney who I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. You should be in the area, please stop by. Moving up in the world, good for you, bellboy.
Huffa?
We will be doing Rise from the Ashes. Oh, it's you.
Ah!
Phoenix Wright? Yes, Maya's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him as of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon. You see. I get to show you the musical songs now because I think they only got through Goodbye. I don't think they did Rise from the Ashes. Or maybe they started and didn't finish.
Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. You know that they're finally... Oh.
I mean, Joaquin Phoenix is right here, but
Yeah,
okay! Granted, that's a last name and not a first name, but...
Also, Joaquin Phoenix is a weirdo. Pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I'm sure I owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. They keep talking like Will is, like, heinous, but, like, Will's kind of fine. Like, what?
He's just a big softie.
He's got weird facial hair.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at, anyway? You'll see that in, Justice for All.
In Ace Attorney.
In Ace Attorney. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. I saw her. I saw the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age.
Damn.
Fuck.
Don't be rude.
This game goes by at a pretty quick clip, and then we get the other half of the video game that is Rise from the Ashes.
Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know, the picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real! Now that's a talent. I'm gonna be famous. I think I know.
Do you?
I think I've got an idea of who it will be.
My favorite bit of lore is that they had no...
Yeah, it's Mia! Huh? Oh my goodness!
I am going... So, I do want...
I didn't know that we met her this soon.
Emma?
I thought she was a Spirit of Justice character.
She appears, in Apollo Justice.
Yeah, that's where I thought she was from.
She's not in Dual Destinies, and I don't remember if she makes an appearance in Spirit of Justice. It's been a little while. But, yeah, no, this is Emma's debut.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh my god.
Guys.
Guys.
Here's the plan.
There's no finale, guys. What the fuck?
So, here's the plan. Because, Riots from the Ashes is fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
This will technically be my first time, playing through it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And while I do want you to use your brain to try and figure shit out, there is one bit in one of the trial days that is just kind of a pain in the ass, so I might just fucking tell you what the answer is, because you have to go through it several times. So I'm just gonna save us the headache.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind.
You'll understand when we get there.
Put a spot on my perfect record!
Yeah, you didn't give me a chance to respond.
God damn it, I hate it here.
You got a little, but now it makes sense why it was the other option.
No, it doesn't, I was right!
No, because, like, he wouldn't have had to search for Jack or shit.
This is unfucking believable.
Because it was in him the whole time.
But next time, the other half of the video game. But that's for next time, not for now. Goodbye!